All right, sis. Let's get it. Like, no lie, this is the third, fourth time that I've attempted to do this. So let's hope that this is a charm. Okay. Let's just hope with my little struggle streaming. But, anyways, thank you for joining. Let me tap into your energy. I appreciate it. First, go get you something to smoke, drink, whatever you need. This is what we do around these parts so we can tap into the energy. First and foremost, I'm always going to start with, checking in on you, see how you doing, how you feeling, what's coming your way, how you're purposing, prosperity, anything, any warnings, whatever. And then we'll tap into any energy, spirit guides, or any messages that you may have from the other side. All right, so let's take a look and see what we got. Like, okay, High Priestess, let's go. Let me, five real quick. So we can cleanse the cards. All right, let's get it. All right, so just a little bit about my reading style. Um, I've already had a few messages come through. Oops, see, cards flying out. Excuse me, as I was shuffling. So we'll tap into that. Um, However, I'm gonna check on you first, see how you're doing, what messages are directly for you, and then we'll, like I said, tap into any energies that are surrounding you that have messages for you. All right, so spirit ready to talk. All right, spirit ready to talk. Let's see. My goodness. Okay. All right. Can I shuffle? Let's see. All right. So show me the energy surrounding Tiana. What messages do you have? Again, you need to get some rest. You definitely need to get some rest, not just physical rest, spiritual rest, and rest your mind. It's okay to sit down, slow down. It's okay. I promise. Let life come to you sometimes. And then too, let me say this before I even begin too, because I just really heard this. Keep in mind, right, that when you are looking for something to come, or just trying to manifest some stuff, whatever. For instance, if I send you a package, right, and it requires a signature, but you're not there when the package arrives, you're the only person that can sign for it because you are where you felt like you wanted to be, you ripping and running, you out doing whatever. So in short, when the universe, the Most High, is trying to send you something, prosperity, a blessing, a message, a word, a sign, and you are where you want to be and not where you need to be, you could be missing the most important things coming your way, right? So pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the signs, the things that you smell, especially songs that you hear, because you're going to get messages from those numbers, your angel numbers, whatever. There's always a message in certain things, certain animals that you see, birds, all of that stuff. So just pay attention to what's going on around you. Butterflies. If you see certain little stuff, just stop what you're doing or write it down. Take a note so that when you get, back to wherever you're going, you can sit down, you can Google it. What does such and such mean spiritually? And there'll be a little message for you. So Just keep that in mind. But you definitely want to get yourself some rest. You are tired, love. It's only one of you. And it's only 24 hours in a day. And you definitely don't need to be using them all up on absolutely whatever. I encourage you to take at least 30 minutes a day of just silence. No phone, no nothing. Just, and even if it gets to a point where utilize that time to meditate too, whether it's some singing bowls or just any kind of little water meditation. You can meditate in the morning when you take a shower before work. That's really the best time to get it in. Excuse me. That's really the best time to get it in, to be honest, because it's free time, right? And you're cleansing all in one motion. So as you're sitting there, whatever thoughts that you have, put on yourself some shower meditation music. That's not guided, that's just the music or singing bowls, things like that, to kind of cleanse your energy. You're taking a shower, you're going to wash it down the sink, you're going to run it down. All of that stuff helps. It helps to get you grounded. It helps to get you balanced. It helps to send your day and your energy on the right vibration and through the right space. Like as soon as you open your eyes in the morning, before you even get out the bed, before you put your feet on the ground, before you grab your phone, anything, just say little stuff to yourself like, I am whole, I am fine, I am good, I am well, right? I am peace, I am love. All of these things just out loud in your mind, just before, right as your eyes open, before you even grab anything to get out of the bed in the morning. Put your feet on the ground, go take your shower, get your meditation in, get all of these things in before any of the artificial intelligence, right, reaches your core. Just so that you can make sure you have a solid, grounded connection with all things around you, so that when you get your signs and your downloads throughout the day, you can, you're at a place where you're able to absorb them right there in the moment, and your natural intuition kicks in. Because what I do is nothing more than really being able to tap into my intuition, understanding that I know things without necessarily knowing how I know things. So there's no other way for it to get into me other than via my soul, the universe, being spiritually grounded and balanced. So enough with me trying to tell somebody what to do. Let's get into these good cards. So let's see, what energy is surrounding my good sis, Miss Keon? What does she need to know? Any messages, warnings, prosperities? What's coming her way? What's good? Anything, any questions that she may need answered, Spirit? Let's answer this for her right now. Let's get some clarity and some peace. And then we'll jump into any messages that you may have from loved ones that have crossed over. So let's see. Show me what you have. Your son trying to come through off top, right? Trying to come through off top. So let's see. All right. So off top, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So it's definitely some stuff coming in. We got the Page of Swords. We got the Seven of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. It's a lot of swords, isn't it? What is going on? It's some conflict. Let me see. Excuse me. Happy family. Okay, celebration. Okay, so there's some energy. Excuse me, and they don't want me to tell you. There's some energy of sneaky shit going on. There's some energy of some sneaky shit going on in a real way. Because you got the Page of Swords, which is almost like that run tell that type of energy. Like I sit back and I watch. You know what I mean? It's like that little snitch. They run back and tell shit. There's right, and then you got this Seven of Swords right behind it, which is some sneaky shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm running back telling some shit I'm thinking I'm being slick. Not that it really matters worth a damn, of what's, what the outcome is, but there's some sneaky slick shit going on. So if it was some shit that you thought you felt in your bones, like, I wonder if it's some shit. Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, but it ain't nothing that's gonna necessarily cause you to come outside of yourself, or you don't even really need to address it. It's just one of them situations where I'm glad I did you guys' readings all separately and I sent them to you, because it's really not nobody else's business what happens in your reading. But anywho, I digress. I see some coins coming in. There's some energy around, like, some fighting, but like some brutal ass shit. Like, I'm trying to go, what the fuck. And then you also got big happy family celebrations, and then sitting back looking at everything like, okay, all this shit is popping for me, but at the same token, was it worth it? Don't do ifs. We don't do ifs, right? So if you're moving in purpose, don't worry about it, because everything is going to work out the way that you want it to. This is your wish fulfillment. So, to whom much is given, much is required. Don't doubt shit. Everything is what it is. You, like I said, you don't even really need to say too much of anything about it. Less is more, especially right now, because we're moving into this type of an energy where it's time for truth. And sometimes the truth doesn't need any sort of explanation. Truth doesn't need to be broadcasted. Truth doesn't need to be boasted about. Truth is motherfucking truth. Period. If you know the truth, then the truth is the truth. There ain't no reason, right? So all is well. Your stability is coming. You just need to stay focused and stay out of the bullshit. There's no need to address every single little thing. Okay, prime example. The queen is not going to come down off of her throne to be going back and forth in the village and be arguing with just some random ass for what? You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's just not what royalty does. So there's no need to even address some of the shit at all at this point. It's just, for what? You understand what I'm saying? Like, for what? Let me fix the camera. Hold on. So, I want you to keep that in mind. Excuse me. Because sometimes, too, keep in mind that even in order to even read a bitch, right? You got to stoop to the bitch level. I ain't never coming down to no hoe to tell. No, I went no. You feel me? Not because there's a difference in being able to move energy. When you can move energy, what a bitch got to say don't mean shit. Okay? Trust me when I say. Because I can make a bitch shut up and I ain't got to say nothing. It'll make her feel like somebody put her hands around her motherfucking neck and just started choking her the fuck out. I ain't said nothing. So it's a way to be able to, once you can master that, my love, I'm telling you, less is more. Less is absolutely more. Because it's all a matter of moving the energy. And here go your son. It's so funny because this was the last card that I pulled on the last video that I was attempting to record for you right as I was going into the messages that I felt like I was getting, and he was coming through. So, but yo, man, I'm gonna leave this Knight of Wands out because I'm gonna start the messages that I feel like are coming from him for you, and that's why I titled this video, message from Momma, because he was coming out so strong, but I had to make sure that I gave you some energy that was just solely connected to you and what you had going on. I don't want you to live in any regret. And again, like I said, I need you to get some rest, right? But I feel like these are starting to have to do with him. Okay, so I'm gonna put these back and we're gonna shuffle so I can get your message from him. That's what I'm gonna do. Because there we go. I'm telling you. And then also, even before, when I was shuffling the cards on the first time that I tried to record the video, you need to focus more on health and wellness. And when I say health and wellness, that just means like mind, body, and soul. Okay, so drink way more water, way more water. Drink way more water, meditate, and find some sort of whatever type of moving around or exercise that it is that works for you, whether that's just walking or whatever. But definitely the meditation is going to help. I would suggest you do it like in the morning when you're in the shower, because that gets it out of the way. Not to say that you want to just get it out of the way, but and then you also want to have some time in your day throughout the day to break it up where you have just 30 minutes of nothing, no phone, just pure silence. Whether you got your singing bowls or some meditation music going on, that's one thing, but just 30 minutes of absolutely nothing so you can unplug and reset in the middle of the day. All right, so let's see what messages we've got from your son. I gotta fire up on that. Give me 1 second. You should too. Let's pause for the smoke break. As a matter of fact, too, Spirit wanted me to remind you. So initially, when I was shuffling the cards, too, I'll Be Missing You by Pluff and the Family was playing. And that's directly from him to you. Like, I know traditionally the song would be played on the reverse side, but that's not the case in this situation. That is a song that he is playing to you. And the easiest way for you to connect with him directly, not saying that you don't, first and foremost is to, like I was saying, do your meditations. I can send you all kinds of different meditations that you can do in the shower to connect directly with ancestors, spirit, all kinds of stuff. Excuse me, just to open up your portal so that you recognize your downloads when they come. Because he speaks to you so often that I think you think it's coincidence, and it's not. So that's just my only thing, is just to slow down for a second, and any little thing that you know that you feel in your soul. You smelled something, you heard a song, you had a craving for a particular food, you happen to go down the street, anything that connects you to a nostalgic memory, live in that moment a little bit longer, because that's where the ones that have crossed over dwell with you. So I just encourage you to pay attention to that more. Let's see what he does. All right, so a message from Mama. What is the message from Mama? What is the message from Mama? Throat chakra. Let's see, what is the message for I'm not sure what 1997, the year 1997, if there's any significance in that at all. I'm not sure, but let's see what messages. Trust your intuition. Trust the signs. You feel it. Queen of Cups is the mother of emotion. Allow yourself to feel. That's what I'm hearing. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself. If you are still grieving right now, by all means, it is okay. Like I need. Now, mind you, I'm a mother who has also lost a child. So I completely 152,360 degrees understand. I don't give a damn if it take you till you are no longer on physically breathing on this planet to grieve. You can do it every fucking day if that's what you choose to, but allow yourself to do it. Allow yourself to do it intentionally, unapologetically. Okay? It is okay. Like, there's no set time on when anything is supposed to be. Fuck all of that. Like, who the fuck? Anyways, I think I said initially that you should get some rest. Right. Um, that's also a message from him too, saying, "Mama, you should get some rest." Right. Very guarded and very defensive about the situation. I completely get it. You feel like it was. You feel like it was a setup or a plan to a certain extent, right? But I'm here to advise you that it was not. It was something that was divinely ordered, and it's hard. I know it's hard for us to understand that too, but at the same time, same token, as here you go again. That's what's up. Come through, spirit, right? There's a new beginning in it, right? So sometimes I don't think people understand that in an ending, be it death, whatever, there's always a beginning in that, right? And so the only thing that dies is this, you know what I mean? Like this is all that dies, right? Because but we are not this, so to speak. And so what you hear, my voice or whatever, that is the soul. That is who you are. You don't have a soul, you are a soul, right? And so it's one of those things where, yes, true enough, that physical being is no longer here, but that soul lives forever. So you could hear strange noises, something getting up or down off of your bed or whatever the case. You know, if it feels like somebody sat down and you hear a little stuff, you hear footsteps, you like, did I just hear somebody call my name? It's one of those something said type situations where you know that that's where your guides and the ones who follow you, protect you along the way is where they dwell, right? And it's one of those things where the best example would be like a blind man can still visualize, can still see what a truck looks like, right? If you close your eyes right now, you can still visualize what a truck looks like. That's tapping into your third eye, right? To be able to visualize and still be able to see things even if your eyes ain't wide open. It's like the eyes wide shut type of an explanation, right? Um, it's one of those things where there's some balance that needs to be um, created with the situation, which I understand that that's hard, but at the same time, there's some forgiveness, right? You're kind of like in that place where you're like, is it okay to be happy? Is it okay to live? Is it okay to? It is. It is absolutely okay because everything is divinely ordered, everything happens in divine timing, and it would be a disservice and a dishonor to the ones who have gone before you for you not to live your best, right? But there is still a way to purposefully do it unapologetically and make sure that you don't not serve your whatever your physical soul purpose was when being here, right? Because I think we get so caught up in the mundane things of being moms, being friends, being sisters, being daughters, being all of those things. And we forget that none of those things are the souls, your souls, you souls purpose for being a physical being to be here on this earth, right? And so you are big, the purpose is bigger than mom, daughter, whatever. So we need to figure out what that is. Once you figure out what the soul's purpose is, everything else will fall into place. I promise you. The reason for the season is greater than the fruit that it bears. Okay? The reason for the season is greater than the fruit that it bears. Because if you can fall in love with the process, the prosperity and the purpose, it hits completely different. You get those aha moments like, damn, I wish I would have got this a long time ago. I promise you, you don't have to work as hard. Things fall into place a lot easier because you're focused on purposing and not peopling or purchasing or processing or any of the other piece, if you just purpose, all of the other things fall into place. If I can say anything else. So let's see. Love. He wants you to know he absolutely loves you for sure. And he wants you to not hold your, he shows up again. This is the ancestor card. Basically, that would be like you and him as a child too as well. You know, just letting him know that he appreciates every single thing. And he wants you not to hold yourself hostage about it anymore. Like, free yourself about it and breathe and go ahead and live. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it was an extremely unfortunate situation, but there isn't anything that he wants you to hold or harbor. It was just a lot of smoking and drinking that day. It was a lot. It was just too much. It was just too much. It was just a lot of smoking and drinking that day. That's all. There was, it was just a lot of smoking and drinking that day. But it was no maliciousness behind it, you know. Something about a car. A car and some money or something, but this is his message directly to you though. And there are more messages that are going to come in, like the love and the overwhelming amount of respect and reverence that you show with that no one even knows about. You know what I mean? Those private conversations that you have, those tears that the cup runneth over. Okay, but they absolutely are not going unnoticed. Like, he collects them. They're collected. Trust me when I say, and they're used to water. They're used to water the seeds that you plant. Okay, look, telling you, look at them blessings coming. Because in death, come through, spirit, come through. I cannot make this shit up. In death is rebirth. I'm telling you, in death is rebirth. Come through, spirit. Come through. Yeah. So, yes, sir. All right. Let's see what else. There's a Virgo energy out there too. The Hermit card is more of like enlightenment. You know what I mean? Going within, doing your research and things like that. Right? Unplugging from what you normally know and go within, really, because that's where pretty much everything is going to be found when you tap in and unplug from the matrix. And so just be careful too about the amount that you share, right? And I say that to the aspect as far as, like, for instance, when God, the Most High, the angels, the ancestors, your spirit guides reach out, right? Or send a blessing or prosperity or a word or a message or a download or whatever. That shit ain't got 16,000 other people's names attached to it. That's your shit. That shit is not a fucking conference call. And every single blessing and every single thing that is given to you by the Most High sometimes is not to be shared with others, just solely for the simple fact to see, okay, if I give her something, what is that going to look like, right? Because certain shit is for you, right? So certain things are just meant for you, and favor is not fair all of the time, right? And you also want to be careful because we are moving in such a spiritual energy now, right? And people out here doing all kinds of stuff. You want to be careful about the amount of things the amount of times that you open the lid to your pot and show somebody what you got going on in there, right? You would never give away your mother's secret recipe to her cookies or her cakes or pies or whatever it is that she makes well, because that is a family tradition. That is family secret. So don't be just, opening up your hand, showing it. No, because you necessarily don't want everybody sticking their wand in your spiritual pot. Right? You can PRAY for something and you can prey on something, but everybody talking about they praying. So it's just a matter of being very, very careful about what you do and how you do it. Now, once it comes to fruition and once things already come about on the tail end of it, absolutely by all means. But before the transitional situation has happened, Spirit is saying hold tight on it until the manifestation process is complete, because it causes the universe to have to work harder unnecessarily, right? And pull from other things where your shit'll get bigger faster if you wait until it transpires and then before, because then once it's done, right, it's done, and nothing that is already done can be undone, but it definitely can be manipulated if you open up about it too soon and the process hasn't completed itself just a little bit. Okay, so let's see, are there any other words? I'm feeling like I'm being pulled to the oracle cards for you. Art Spirit, are there any other words that you would like to share through tarot? Any other messages you would like to share through tarot for your mom? Or should I go to the oracle cards? Anything else? Let's see. These. All right. All right, so he wants you to know that all things are well. He is fine, has crossed over, he is at peace. He was not in any pain, hurt, harm, or danger. Like I said, it was just a lot of smoking and drinking that night. Yeah, it just was a lot going on. And his physical man just could not absorb what he thought he could. So he definitely wants you to free yourself and allow yourself to have some comfort in knowing that all is well, and he's with you. I keep hearing something about music, like Mom, listen to the music. Listen to the music. I'll be in the music. So I don't know what that means. I'm sure you do about the music. Um, but you definitely want to get some rest. Look, I can't make it up. Ma, I promise you, it was just too much smoking and drinking. That's it. It was just, but you need to get some rest. I can't make this shit up. You need to rest. Because he can't rest until you rest. You know what I mean? Like, he rests when you rest. You know what I'm saying? Remember I was talking about that manipulation, about being careful about saying too much beforehand, because energies can be manipulated. Trust me when I say. So it's one thing to pop after, but just wait until when you pop after, blow the fuck up. But just make sure it's after the fact and it's already come to fruition. It's taken. Even I don't give a damn if it's the same day, 5 hours later. But just be easy about the processes that you show others, because everybody ain't like you. Trust me when I say. Because I'm telling you, I think this came up initially, and I was saying there was a run tail run. Somebody was going back and forth. There was something that you didn't necessarily need to address, but right. I'm telling you, the magician and the high priestess together is occult energy, right? I'm telling you what I know. I think there was someone that was watching, right? And the only you can see. And not only that, it's other folks out here that, now listen, okay? I'm not going to say. I dwell in divination. Yes, I do. I dwell in witchcraft. Yes, I do. However, I don't necessarily dwell in black magic in that particular aspect. I'm not about to be around here putting spells on people and doing certain things, because that's just not the way that it's intended to move. Okay. And so I say that to say this. Just be careful about what you're doing because you may not know what certain people are into behind the scenes within their own life, and they cheerleading and pop rocking with you and all this other shit, and you thinking it's hoo ha rah, and they lighting fucking candles on the backside. So just be easy when it comes to that. So the less a motherfucker has, the less that they're able to, to do and things like that. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Not to say, I mean, I'm sure you know who and what I'm talking to. I don't know, you may or you may not. Just be careful. Just be careful what you give, what type of energy you give out, because you can't control what another person does with them once they're out. So let's see what messages we got from the Wisdom Oracle. I like to say these are like directly your spirit guides with these messages. And since your son's energy is still here, I'm gonna say this is directly spirit guides. Regardless, he's still one of them, but these are all spirit guides. So let's see what comes out. And then I'll look up your angel number that's on this card too. Let's see what that's alluding to. Can you see that? Co-create is what it says. I'm wondering if okay, co-create. I'll read to you what it means in a second. And then I'm gonna get you a crystal card too. I would suggest if you have, I'm sure you guys have spiritual stores where you are in crystal shops, that you grab whatever crystal this is. If they have it there, if not, let me know. I can always get my hands on pretty much anything or something remotely close to it to get it to you. So let's see what crystal. How did I know? Do I have an amethyst right here? Can you see that? All right. So it says trust your intuition. The Queen of Cups that came out when I was saying allow yourself to feel and all of those things, that is your intuition. That's your Queen of Cups. That's that gut feeling, that soul feeling that you know something is right, you know what it is, trust it. Off top, period. Without a doubt. Don't question it at all. Go with your first mind always. And then co-create is your oracle card. So let's see. I'm gonna start with your oracle card first. And then I will also look up your angel number, which is 40. All right. So it is co-create. The essential meaning is creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, and manifestation. We were just talking about all of this stuff that's coming your way. I can't make this shit up now. And kind of holding tight to it and all of those things. So the oracle message is you may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact, you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. I promise you, I said that. I cannot make this shit up, right? So just kind of just slow down for a second and just pay attention to what's going on around you. Worry less about putting it out and more about getting it in, right? Because I'm telling you, it will serve you better in the long run, right? It says you are a spark of this intelligence that works through you. nudging you with inspired thoughts and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality, blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to co create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co created, only beauty and grace result. Prepare to be amazing. Right? I promise I said that, sis. But you know, let me see. All right. And so amethyst is your crystal. It says trust your intuition. So it reads intuition can speak louder than words. Ultimately, all the answers lie within you. I just said that too. Know that you can trust yourself. Similar to a gut instinct, your intuition allows you to connect with your inner knowing. You understand yourself better than anyone else does. Intellect and logic are useful, but sometimes overthinking or overanalyzing can hold us back. Tap into your inner wisdom and acknowledge what your intuitive self is telling you. Don't let the outside voices talk you out of doing what you know is best for you. Let your inner voice speak for itself. It says, today affirm, I trust my intuition. Today make a decision without using your conscious reasoning. It can be something as simple as ordering food or simply allow your inner wisdom to decide. That is your amethyst. That is your amethyst. All right. Let's see what the number 40 stands for. And this is my angel numbers book too. I have no problem with letting y'all know what I use, what books I get my information from, because spirit don't lie. So it don't matter what damn book I thumb to. It's if it's meant and it's real, it's gonna line itself up. Let's talk about that because I said what I said. All right. So angel number 40 is reassurance. It's all going to be okay. The choices you've made, the places you are presently, and the direction you are going in are all angel approved. Your soul journey is happening as planned. Practice a grounded exercise today. Sit out in the sun and place your bare feet on the earth or take a salt bath, right? So I was saying that, you know what I mean? Meditate, do whatever you need to do in the shower, do your shower meditations, get yourself some singing bowl music, whatever it is that you need to do, but just find some balance and all is well. I mean, that's really the gist of it. So, look, I think that you know exactly what you need to be doing. Like it said, don't overthink stuff, get out of your head so much. Every single thought that you have, you don't need to own it. It doesn't mean that it's yours, it's just a thought. Okay. So, keep that in mind. If you need anything else from me, love, please let me know. If you need clarification on anything, by all means, I'm always here. Pay attention to the signs, smells, all that little stuff. And just continue to do what you've been doing and fall in love with purposing and watch how everything, kind of falls into place. You know what I mean? But give yourself some grace and allow yourself to heal and move in your own time, in your own space. All right. I love y'all. I miss you so much. I wish y'all were here. Happy holiday season and all of that good jazz. And have a wonderful day. All right. If you need me, I'm always here.